What is up, guys? Appreciate you tuning in the Midwestern NFL Discuss and Debate. I am your host, Jacob Ludke. Guys, we are in the wild card playoffs. Today, we have two very good games going on. One at 3:30, that is the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Houston Texans. And it will be at the Texans Stadium. So, you have Justin Herbert versus CJ Stroud. Guys, here is the stats for these quarterbacks. For Herbert, he has 3,870 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. Pretty dang good. Now, for CJ Stroud, he has 3,727 passing yards and 20 touchdowns. Problem is, he has 12 interceptions. So what can he do to get that changed? Maybe throw the ball away or find ways to make plays? I'm not sure. Then their top players on their teams for Chargers would be J.K. Dobbins. He has over 900 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns. Their top wide receiver, Ladd McConkey. He has over 1,000 plus yards for receiving, and he has 7 touchdowns. He's balling. On Houston's side, Joe Mixon, 1,000 plus rushing yards, and he has 11 touchdowns. My bad, I almost said 7. 11 touchdowns for Joe Mixon. Then their top wide receiver is Nico Collins. He has 1,006 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. So, them guys are both over 1,000 yards. Both teams have really good weapons. Houston, I think they have way more talent on their team, believe it or not, with, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, Diggs. I have a feeling he's going to have a good game. But I don't know really who's going to win this game, but I'm going to throw it up in the air. I'm going to have to go with Chargers winning this one. I just believe that they're going to put a lot of pressure on CJ Stroud. He's going to throw another interception in this. The stats on the paper look really good in favor for Texans, I believe, but I have to say the Chargers win this game against Houston Texans. Herbert's doing pretty well, so that's what I'm going to go with on that game. Then, next on the list, we have Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. That'll be a 7 o'clock night game. This is going to be a really, really good game, too. Lamar, does he have stuff to prove? Russell Wilson, he is on a 1-year contract with Steelers. What's going to happen to him if he loses this game? Will they re-sign him? Or will he get put on the market and free agent and just have Justin Fields as the starter? It's going to be a major game. A lot of stuff, a lot of thoughts between these games. But with this game, we have Russell Wilson versus Lamar Jackson. Here are these two quarterback stats, guys. We have Russell Wilson at 2,482 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He does get sacked quite a bit. He has 33 sacks for the year. And his numbers and stats are a little off because, if you remember, Justin Fields had to start, I think, 4 games, I believe. So if he would have been able to start sooner, he would have had a little bit better stats probably. Or maybe more sacks. Then we have Lamar Jackson at 4,172 passing yards, 41 touchdowns. And then he only has 4 interceptions. That's pretty damn good. He's been sacked 23 times. Not as much as Russell Wilson. They are both, I believe, a running quarterback. Both capable of making major plays when needed or necessary. The other downfall is Zay Flowers will not be playing this game. He is injured. He did not practice yesterday, so he's definitely not playing. Is this going to make a big game changer for Baltimore Ravens? Yes. But they do got Bateman. He's a pretty good wide receiver. I think they're going to have to use Mark Andrews and try to get him in there. And they have a really good another tight end, Isaiah Likely. He's really good. But for the top players on the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys, Pittsburgh Steelers side is Najee Harris. He has 1,000 plus rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. He kind of got off a slow start because last year he was balling, and I would have thought he would have had the same output, this year, but he's kind of been a little bit slacking. And then next on that list for a wide receiver is George Pickens with 900 receiving yards and only 3 touchdowns for him, though. So this is another thing. George Pickens is going to have to step up his game majorly. And going to have to be major leader. Like I said, Russell Wilson, this could be his last game as a Steelers. Now as top players for Baltimore Ravens side, I already said Zay Flowers is out. He had 1,000 plus receiving yards and quite a few touchdowns. We also have Derrick Henry on this list, 1,000 plus rushing yards, 1,921 rushing yards, and 16 touchdowns. So he's going to be a major factor in this game. And like I said, Mark Andrews, he's another top player, and Isaiah Likely, those guys are tremendous. But I'm going to have to go with Baltimore Ravens winning this one. They are 12-5. Pittsburgh Steelers is 10-7. Like I said, these are going to be really good games. And appreciate you guys tuning in. I have to make another upload later on, so tune in for Sunday night's games, Sunday and Monday's game. Monday's game ended up getting moved due to the LA fire. Prayers go out to them guys. It's such a tragic. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. Yes, I know I had to look at my sheet a little bit for the stats because I don't remember it on top of my head, but appreciate you guys helping my channel out. Still helping me out. Like, subscribe. It's very grateful. And stay tuned for more, guys. Have a great night.